oversimplify the question for those of you who couldn't hear it. I think the question was in terms of the creative aspects of digital. There's more options now. There's less barriers. How are we? Is this right? How are we selling the creative concepts in with more options? So that's probably a question for you, then.
I'll take that one. I think the sale happens the way it's always happened. It's the channel that might have changed, but there still needs to be an emotional relevance and a resonance with clients and ultimately consumers with any idea that you bring to the table. Something can be whiz bang and cool as shit, and somebody might say, yeah, I want that, but if it doesn't, to the point that was raised earlier, if it doesn't have any degree of context or demonstrate some sort of a differential for that brand and why the consumer is going to care about that brand or product, then it shouldn't have left the agency to begin with. If you take that emotional resonance and then you bucket it with what this discipline provides, which no discipline prior to has ever been able to, which is a real trackability and accountability to the work, and you can demonstrate through either work that you've done previously for other clients or modeling to suggest where it might go, you've got that rational and emotional combination, and quite frankly, if the idea is that great, the client should buy it. And selling isn't as hard as it sounds in that instance, because if you've done your homework going into it, you want them to fall in love.
If I just add, when you're talking to a client about a new idea, we're telling a story that should make, if we built it right, sort of sense. We start with the insights, and we start with the brand, and we go to behavior, and then we talk about the behavior we're trying to create, and then we arrive at the aha. We're not starting with the aha and then trying to back our way into the insights. And we spend a lot of time on the insights. It's a big story we're trying to tell, and if we do our job right, then the aha shouldn't be confusing or shocking. I mean, obviously in some cases it still is, but that's our. If we do it right, it won't be.
I can just tell you conceptually how we sell it. There's something we talk to our clients about, which is a little story that goes like this to tell it quickly. In the old world, you could buy time with consumers. That doesn't work anymore for all the reasons everyone here knows about, fragmentation and control and this sort of thing. So fundamentally, what you need to be able to do is create time. You still need time with consumers, but it's incumbent on the creative idea and the media ideas to be good enough that people will choose to spend time with the brand. So that's how we talk about it up front, early in our relationships. And people seem to really get that. And I think once you have your clients talking about the need to create time, it gets much easier to sell in ideas that sort of meet that bar. And those are different ideas than bad ideas.
I would just add more tactically, I think to the extent that you can propose these new ideas in a test capacity, so either launch it in a test market or just on a couple of sites before you roll it out large, just to give it some proof points, that goes a long way as well. And if you continuously add something new to the mix in a test capacity, you'll continually evolve the campaign and learn new things and go in different directions.
Yeah, it's a slight twist on your question. You were talking about creative, but I think there's a question behind the question, which is the fact of the matter is that we've got a lot of clients. We work in the financial industry and heavily in the life sciences industry, and irrespective of the creative, those folks are a little reticent. They view the new web is sort of the World Wide West, and I think the fact of the matter is a lot of the education that we have to do has to show and demonstrate to those folks that, you know what, whether you like it or not, your brand is already out there and people are already talking about it. You can't control it. This is a new world, but you need to join in, and you can certainly help people understand better. So I think that's a little bit of an adjunct to that answer.